Now, we passed a big milestone with the federal government, and that's what this video is all about. This milestone that we reached in June of this year. For 20 years, the federal government has been behind in releasing a fulsome, complete spotted owl recovery plan. Well, that plan came out in June. We'd seen the draft plan for quite some time, but it was finalized in June of this year, 2025, and provided a full map of what the federal government calls critical habitat, the forests that need to be protected. The amount of those forests that need to be protected is about 4,000 square kilometers. The good news is half of those forests are already protected in our local provincial parks, in Vancouver's water supply areas where there's no logging in those areas. There's lots of spotted owl habitat there. So about half the spotted owl critical habitat mapped by the feds is already protected. 2,000 square kilometers already protected. But the other 2,000 square kilometers has been open to logging. Provincial government has continued to issue logging permits in these critical forests. Even though they could see the draft plan now for years, they haven't stopped issuing logging permits. So the big question has been, once the federal government finalizes their spotted owl recovery plan, will BC honor it? Will they stop logging in the federally mapped critical habitat? To cut to the chase, what we found out is once June came by, the spotted owl recovery strategy was finalized, and BC is continuing to hand out logging permits in that spotted owl habitat. It means we've got a continued fight on our hands. Nobody wants to see any species disappear, but it's very, very simple. If BC continues to hand out logging permits in the federally mapped habitat, the spotted owl cannot persist. No species can persist without its critical habitat. That's why it's called critical habitat. That's why biologists map it. And so with the province still handing out logging permits in the federally mapped critical habitat, that's a big problem. So we have to rein the federal government in. They need to start enforcing their species at risk law, because they have a law. They have the power to protect this habitat. They need to get out and protect it. We're going to see what's gone on